What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having an amazing day out there so far. So today, for the first time ever, I am checking out King Crimson. They're doing a live performance of the song Easy Money on the Midnight Special. Now, I have heard of King Crimson. If I'm not mistaken, it's Robert Fripp, who I think is the most widely known member of this band. But I've never heard any of their music. I know they've been super influential on a lot of like prog and rock bands, probably bands that I listen to, but I just never checked them out for myself. So we're changing all that today. We are going to check out this tune and see what they're all about. But before we get going, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. Right down below, if you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button. It's an easy and free way to show some love. You can also head on over to Patreon and become a member there. If that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests as well as other perks and features. And then as always, with a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can get a guaranteed request either Steve or I will check out right here on the channel. Never expected, but always appreciated. All right, y'all, let's get into it. All right, folks, here we go. First time checking out King Crimson playing a live version of Easy Money on the Midnight Special. Let's dig in and see what it's all about. Feedback, man. Hey, this might be the best bass sound I've ever heard on the Midnight Special. One of the things that I've not been like super critical, but just been like, man, when I'm listening to more of this stuff like from the 70s, every time I'm like, man, I wish the bass was a little louder. I can kind of hear that it's there, but not it's not really as present as I would like. But man, the bass is swinging in this tune. Their setup is wild too. It looks like there's just a whole bunch of mirrors and then there's like gongs behind the drums. I don't know. This already sounds like some 70s prog to me. It's just kind of really kind of out there. I feel like this might be one of those things that's kind of difficult to follow, but I like music like that. I like music that kind of keeps you guessing and you really I believe you can enjoy music by having to think about what's going on. Not everything has to be easy listening. And I feel like this band already is going to be like racking my brain trying to follow everything that's going on. Man. Hey, I can hear the bass on the Midnight Special. This is a good day already. This is a good day.
You're at miles in the street, got to hoot and stamp the feet in the heat from your physique as you twinkle by in moccasin sneakers.
Hey, he's got a good voice.
And I thought my heart would break when you doubled up the steak with your fingers all a shake. You could never tell a winner from a snake. Easy money.
Ooh, I like this.
With your figure and your face strutting out at every race, throw a glass around the place, show the color of your crimson suspenders. We could take the money home, sit around the family phone, my old dog could chew his bone. For 2 weeks we could appease the Almighty. Easy money.
Yeah, this is wild. Hey, this is this is a little hard to follow. Like I can tell that these guys are insanely talented, right? Um, Dude playing bass has got a phenomenal voice. He's an excellent player too. All kinds of techniques going. He's playing chords on the bass. He's strumming out stuff. He's playing with his thumb. He's playing with his fingers. He's doing a ton. His bass sounds awesome. His voice is really good too. A lot of good vocal control. And a lot of these like phrases and stuff are really long, so his breath control is really good as well. Um, Robert Fripp is the guitar player, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, correct me, but I'm pretty confident that it's Robert Fripp is the guitar player. His guitar sounds awesome. It's really, really bright, very, very in your face, which is not a bad thing. I don't mean that like as a like it's not harsh, but it is very direct, very bright, very in your face. And the stuff that he's playing is cool. Like they're just playing like just a simple little 2 chord progression, but all the little things that he's adding in on the guitar are really kind of walking it around and making it seem like more. And then the drummer's solid too. The whole band is really solid. Look at that; they got a keyboard player as well. Honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention. There hasn't really been a lot of key stuff, I don't think, going on. But yeah, man, they're killer. I'm excited to see where the rest of the song goes. It's got a good hook too. Most prog stuff doesn't a good have like good chorus hooks. Now the chorus hook is like very short. He literally just says "easy money," but it's like I don't know. It's just good phrasing. It's already kind of catchy, even as short and simple as it is. I love how the bass is driving that.
You're admirers in the streets, got you hooting, stamp the feet in the heat from your physique as you twinkle by and moccasin sneakers.
Where'd the violin come from?
Keep vibrating an open jar, drive you out in a motor car, get cheap fat on your lucky star.
Was that violin there the entire time and I just didn't hear it or didn't notice it, or where did it come from? Like it couldn't have been there the entire time, right? Are my ears that bad that I didn't notice it? Please tell me that it wasn't just there all along and I didn't notice it. Um, it was cool though. It kind of came in and then you see it. It's like, wait a second, where'd that violin come from? Then he's like doing runs with the bass. Oh man, this dude's a killer bass player. I don't know who he is. You have to let me know in the comments. I'm sure people who are a fan of this band know his name. Sorry that I don't. But he's phenomenal, man. We went from not being able to hear the bass on the midnight special to the bass running the show on this tune. This has been really good. They're like I know it's the 70s, so I feel like a lot of things kind of had like a jam band psychedelic kind of thing going on to it in general, but like this is some interesting music to listen to. Like, to take a deep dive into what all they're doing would be really fun to try to figure out, all the different rhythms that they're playing and how how they're kind of just conjoining all this together. And they're making it work, and it sounds awesome. It sounds really fluid, but I'm not going to try to like deep dive it because I would need to spend more time with it. But there are some very complex things going on under the surface that just an average listen or a casual listen you wouldn't pick up on, because they found a way to make it so smooth, kind of into like a normal song. But yeah, they're insanely talented. I'm gonna run that back to where that violin came in. What the heck? Just random violin just popped in. Maybe it wasn't random. Maybe I'm just blind and didn't hear it or see it all along. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know. Golly. Okay, it was a keyboard player. Whew. Whew, all right. So I'm not insane. There was no fifth person up there the entire time that I just missed and didn't hear. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Cool, man. I didn't realize that the keyboard player was a multi-instrumentalist. And the violin sounded good. And the keyboard stuff, once I started paying attention and listening, like he's doing kind of like more of the ambient long tone kind of stuff that really allowed the bass to walk a lot more. It allowed the guitar player to do more single note and arpeggiated parts, because the keyboard was really holding down that bed with the drums, and kind of allowed the bass and the guitar to kind of take the spotlight there. What a wild song. That is one that I feel like would, like I said a minute ago, it would require further listening to really dissect what all they were doing. But it was also, I don't know, there may have been a better introduction to King Crimson. Y'all have to just let me know in the comments if I started in the wrong place. But that was a cool song with a lot of underlying complexities to it. What a cool band. I'm definitely going to have to check out more of them, because they seem like they had a lot on offer. Just very, very talented. Just from that quick, 4.5 minutes of listening, I can tell those dudes are the real deal. Super, super impressed by the bass player, man. I don't know his name. Again, y'all have to let me know in the comments who he is. Phenomenal player, great technique, awesome bass sound. I was just glad to be able to hear the bass on the Midnight Special for once, and what a good song to be able to hear it. And his voice was great. He had a ton of vocal control, really cool, like inflections, and the way that he decided to sing some things. Really did a great job of going with the dynamics of the song. And then the guitar playing was super cool. Very unique, interesting, super bright, in-your-face guitar tone. It never got harsh. I never was like, oh, man, like an ice pick in the ear or anything like that. But just a bright, crystal clear, slicing through the mix type of sound with some really cool arpeggiating out parts. Like I said, the keyboard player really provided a good foundation with the drums for the bass player and the guitar player to really just kind of go out and do whatever. And there was just a ton going on. It would take a while to really sit with and kind of dissect everything. But again, I love listening to music like that. Some music I just want to sit down and it's easy listening. And there's some music that I want to sit down and listen to that like makes you think. And really kind of pushes you to be like, oh no, a lot can be done. And I feel like this band would be one of those bands that just make you, just constantly making you think like, what are they doing? How are they doing that? So I definitely want to check out some more. Y'all point me in the right direction in the comments. All right, y'all. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. So every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.